Folks, look, I'm drinking a green thing. I gotta get more nutrients. This thing has B12 and crap in it. If you see me drinking something that looks like Hulk's blood, just know it's for my health. Sometimes when you see people from LA drinking little health drinks, you're like, oh, you're an a-hole. And that's the question of today. Am I the asshole? Starting with this story, am I the asshole for questioning my wife's intelligence regarding our cats? My wife and I just purchased our first home, and we finally have a kitchen bigger than a postage stamp. Somewhere we could actually cook and not just microwave stuff and reheat leftovers. We agreed that we did not want our two cats walking around on the food prep surfaces. I had a spray bottle that I was using to discourage them, but she said it was mean and abusive. So I went online to look for solutions. I found out that cats hate tinfoil, so I put it on the counter and stovetop. It totally works. Hey, guess what? I recently did exactly this. I had my cat, Gray, was peeing behind my piano for like weeks. He would stand on my piano in my videos, my YouTube videos, these very ones. He would stand on the piano and he would pee on the wall, and now he's doing it out of habit. And so I did the exact same thing. I did aluminum foil, and now I have like an automatic sprayer, and it works wonders. It works great. So far I'm relating to this guy, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I came home to find my wife showing the cats it was safe to step on. I asked her what the F she was doing. She said that the cats were acting scared of the foil. Yeah. I asked her why we put the foil on the counter. She said it was to keep the cats off the counter. So I asked her why an intelligent person would try and teach the cats that it was okay to step on the counters when they were covered in foil. She said when we cooked, we could remove the foil and the counters would be clean underneath. Oh, she thought the foil was just covers. She thought the foil was just acting as like plastic covers over furniture. She didn't think that it was designed to scare the cats. Ha, very interesting. Okay, so she just misunderstood the assignment. She didn't realize that it was a scare tactic. I just shook my head and grabbed a beer. I'm seriously considering going child-free, just in case this is genetic. Am I the asshole for questioning her thought process? Like, what does she think that the cats will do when we remove the foil and start making food? Yeah, no, you're correct here. She's a little out of the loop in terms of what's going on. But let's see what the comments have to say. Maybe you could have phrased it differently, but no, not the a-hole. She knew the purpose and then decided to show them it's okay to walk on it, now completely defeating the point. And then this reply is kind of where I'm at. Maybe she genuinely thought the foil was meant to be a shield to protect the counter from their dirty feet, as opposed to a preventative measure to keep them off entirely. This is a very dumb thought, but people never cease to amaze me with their idiocy. I have aluminum foil on my stove because I'm tired of washing cat hair off of it several times a day. My cats were never afraid of it, and I have pictures of some of them sleeping on it after I've used the oven. Yeah, dude. Yeah, my cat, Gray, he would step on the foil very carefully, but he wouldn't pee anymore after that. Interesting fact. He's doing better now. Everything's good. I took him to the vet. It's fine. Everything's fine. I attempted to get my cat trained to not jump on my laptop with aluminum foil. It was a fail. Not only was she fine walking on it, the dumbass kept chewing it. My cat Whitey will chew on anything plastic. Anything plastic, if I unwrap something, he's like... He's probably half plastic right now. He's like a little Barbie cat. I had a similar issue with my ex-husband. I've had cats since I remember. They are not allowed on tables or kitchen surfaces, and I trained them not to do it. Well, he had a problem with it and constantly let them up there while he is prepping food, etc. I kept my rules up, but couldn't really do anything about it when I'm not around. It pissed me off so much, especially belittling comments when I complained about letting them up there. So I have my own place now. I have one of the cats and he has the two others. My cat does not go onto tables or the kitchen, while his are constantly up there literally fighting the bread box open to get the bread or to push it out and sleep in the bread box. When I'm over here and cook, we have kids together, those dumb monkeys keep coming up to trying to steal my food. Ugh. Edit, it's easier to teach cats good behavior than other people. Yeah, dude, sometimes something like that, what's that, like Pavlovian training or something, or classical conditioning? Sometimes that works. I'm telling you, my cats have that little automatic sprayer. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. It's not this, but it's similar. So they go up to a place, it just sprays and it spooks them, and then they get away from it. It's motion activated. Yeah, not the a-hole. That's my thinking. You can't eat at everybody's house. You cannot eat at everybody's house. Keep them away. Why don't you keep them away? Why don't you keep them away? Keep them cats away. Keep them off your goddamn counter. If you are going to have kids, though, you got to figure out how to really, and maybe this is on you. Maybe you need to more effectively communicate. The reason why we do this is because that way when they touch it, they get scared. And the process of them getting scared over and over again helps them stay off the counters. And that's good for us. Keeps our, house clean, less likely to get toxoplasmosis if that's a thing. And TAH for telling my girlfriend I no longer plan to propose to her. Please read context. Oh, we're going to read the context. You can't keep me away. Can't keep me My girlfriend is 27. We've been together for almost 3 years and we live together. We've got a pretty solid relationship going on. There's no cheating. There's no drama. We've both got good jobs. We talk about the future and our families get along great. As far as I was concerned, we were doing all right. The only small issue has been the whole engagement/proposal thing. Now, I'm not against marriage, and to be honest, I've been looking forward to it and had a ring picked out. But I wanted it to be a surprise, so I didn't give her a specific date. I told her it was coming, though, and I thought we were on the same page. But over the past 6 months, she started to get more and more fixated on it. At first, it was just a normal conversation. Then it turned into a bunch of little jokes and comments about when I'd finally put a ring on it. Lately, though, it's been on her mind 24/7. Anything we disagree on gets turned into some variation of, this is why you haven't proposed yet. Last week when I saw a message preview on her iPad, I clicked on it. I know I shouldn't have, and saw a group chat with her friends. They were all discussing how to manipulate me into proposing. Things like giving me the cold shoulder, damn. Not putting any effort as a partner, making me feel like I've done something wrong, no physical intimacy, and so on. They were even talking about using her birthday as a deadline and making it clear to me that there were other options on the table if I didn't come through. What you mean, other options? Huh? What you mean other options, homie? You threatening to leave him for another man? Is that what you're trying to say? You're like, other people want this. Don't do that. I'm not upset that she wants me to marry her. Before this, I really did want to marry her. But now I'm questioning whether or not I should really spend the rest of my life with someone who might manipulate me. Anyways, I asked her straight out if she'd been trying to get me to propose by using all of these weird tricks. And when she said, yeah, she's been trying to get some clarity and not waste any more time, basically that I should just propose already because if I was serious, I'd have already done it. I told her I'm not proposing, especially if I'm being coerced into doing it. Basically, I told her if she keeps trying to manipulate me like that, I'm basically off the proposal train. Interesting. I don't know the nooks and crannies of your relationship. I don't. There is a world where, and I'm going to keep reading in a minute, but I wonder if there's a world where it's like, okay, I'm sorry, I know you're kind of going wild here and you're really eager about this, and I am too, but it's really discouraging for me to picture our life together if I can tell that you're manipulating me, and if I can tell, I just need us to enjoy the relationship. If you're doing stuff like that, it kind of turns me off to your thought processes. I didn't think you thought that way. She might have just went short-circuited thinking she's going to get married really soon or get proposed to really soon. And I'm hopeful this is reparable, but maybe it's not. Let's keep reading. Now she's going around saying I'm punishing her for having some standard relationship needs and that I'm just dangling marriage as a way to control her because I'm not proposing fast enough. 3 years? 3 years is about the time. 4 or 5 is, I'm hearing a lot of that lately, but I don't know. Let's read. And her friends all think I'm the bad guy because I looked at her private messages. Fair enough. I get it. She wants to know when we're going to be engaged. I get that 3 years is a reasonable amount of time to start feeling some anxiety about when things are going to get serious, but you can't force someone to marry you. And most importantly, it just made me realize that our relationship has been treated like some kind of game by her. AITA for telling her I'm not considering proposing for now after this. It's a weird thing. When you're about to commit your life to somebody, you're kind of looking out real hardcore for signs that things might not go the direction you need it to go. Are you the a-hole for telling her you no longer plan on proposing to her? I personally don't know. I don't think so. I think you're allowed to express that it scared you. I think you're allowed to express that. I think there's a better version of this conversation. Let's read the comments. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. Let's read the top comment. I believe this is called future faking, and you kind of just got called out for it. Future faking? Was he faking though? But over the past 6 months. Okay, you told her, okay, and then you waited for 6 months. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you cannot tell your lady that you want to propose and then 6 months later she's still waiting. Yeah, discussing it in abstract more than 6 months before, sure. But you need to be clear and communicate along the way. I'm planning to propose right now. My girlfriend is very aware of how it's been progressing. She doesn't know I now have the ring and doesn't know when exactly I'll do it. The moment will be a surprise, but the fact that it's happening somewhat soon isn't a surprise because we are adults planning a life together. Interesting. Okay, he says he's going to propose to her. 6 months go by. I agree that it's valid for her getting antsy. I completely agree that her getting really antsy and ramped up is super valid. I don't know. I'm going to keep reading. I want to learn more about this perspective here. I feel like there might be split opinions on this. I have a ring picked out is not the same as purchasing it. And even worse, 6 months after holidays, Valentine's, etc. Definitely Op is not wanting to do this and is stringing along. If he wanted this, within 2 months, he would put the ring on that finger. Future faking it, breadcrumbing indefinitely. Oh, I have never heard this term in my life. And then the opposite of that over here says, my girlfriend of 10 years said she needed more time when I proposed to her. Damn. Okay. All right. We got two different sides of the coin here. If you told her a proposal was coming soon, she was probably getting antsy. Agree. Have you even actually bought a ring yet? You just said you picked one in the post, but not that you bought it. If it's been 6 months, it's not surprising she's getting like that. If you don't actually want to propose and be with her, you should just break up. My ex told my friends he bought a ring. A year later, he had not bought a ring. It was effing humiliating. Okay. Looks like we got to be careful with our words here. Don't tell your girlfriend you're planning on proposing and then waiting 6 months and not doing it. Do you want to marry her or break up with her? These are your choices. Don't jerk her around. Either she's your person or not. All right, Reddit has they have made their stance. They think he's the a-hole because he's stringing her along. I think he's getting antsy. I would say he's getting very antsy and he's looking for any red flags. And him seeing the group chat, it's not fun to think that you're the target of getting manipulated. Sure, but I think also if you think you're about to have a major life change that's so exciting and something you've always dreamed of and it's not getting there, pretty frustrating. Maybe this guy's afraid to commit. Is he afraid to commit? When I proposed to my wife, I did it with a 25-cent gumball machine ring. I told her I couldn't wait to be married to her, but I also wanted her to have a ring that she loved and wanted to wear forever. She said yes, and we went shopping for an engagement ring that spoke to her. We've been married 25 years as of last summer. That's very sweet. And then this one here says, yep, wasted 8 years on a man that told me a proposal was coming. Whoa, I didn't realize how common that was. Jeez, I'm way out of the loop on this one, damn. Then at the end of our relationship, I had surgery because the fibroids have gotten so effing bad that I can't stand the pain anymore. Only way out of the pain was a full hysterectomy. I still love that guy, like we're still friends, and I love his new girlfriend too. But it's effing hard not to think I wasted my time waiting for someone who would actually start a family with me when I could have found someone who was actually serious about it. And now I'm alone and have serious trauma about relationships while he goes off and plans to get married to the next chick. Coming from this viewpoint, I vote this chick leaves this guy for someone serious, but that's my own trauma talking. Very unique situation, but that sucks. You were with somebody for 8 years and you weren't able to start a family before you had like an emergency hysterectomy. That sucks. So you told her you were ready to propose and then kicked the can down the road for 6 months only to be like, no, you're looking forward to it too much. Now I don't wanna. You never intended to propose. You just wanted the happy feelings of pretending you were going to. You're the a-hole. Why are you looking forward to something that's fantastic and amazing? Is there something wrong with you? All right, it's on the guy. Damn, I wonder how he feels. Aggressive one is his handle. Jeez Louise. Let me get this straight. You guys have been together for years. Solid relationship. Y'all are both in good spots in your life. You're sitting on a ring and already made her wait 6 months? Bruh, it's not an egg. Either shit or get off the pot. If someone was doing what you're doing to me, I'd go crazy too. At this point, just let her go. It's obvious you don't want to propose, otherwise you would have already, especially now that you've made her insecure about your relationship. By the way, you're the asshole. Everybody here is saying this. All right, jeez. Keep him away from that girl. Am I right, guys? Come on. You're listening to 101.3 The Thrash. Keep him away. That was a new song by ABBA. AITIH because I refuse to try for a daughter. My wife and I have been having a hard time. She is a teacher. Her job is stressful. Every day she talks about how much she dislikes her students and their parents. And in many ways, this has bled into her home life. She often will get frustrated with our son and say, you're acting like so-and-so, or so-and-so in my class does the same thing. Maybe keep that away from the conversation. I know, don't compare them to random kids in our class, baby. Whoa. This is confusing for him because he doesn't know who those people are. Our son is starting kindergarten in the fall. He's young, he's little. My wife wants to have a second baby. She says she's sick of being a boy mom and wants a daughter. I do not think we are ready to have a second baby. For one thing, we've had several conflicts with our parents about childcare. Both have said they'll help us, but her parents are flaky and my parents are judgmental. What do you mean judgmental? Is that enough for you not to work with him? What are you talking about? For a second thing, we are not doing well financially. That should be the first thing. We're not doing well financially at the moment. Expenses have gone up and that is stressful. And the third thing, my wife wants to have a girl and I'm scared of how she'll react if that doesn't happen. Like she'll want a third one or fourth one? My wife said I'm being selfish because I got a boy and now think we are done. She said if we had a girl, I would want to try again. That is not true. I don't care. I just think now is a bad time for a second child, period. Work is stressful and home is stressful too. Am I an a-hole? I don't think so, but What did you guys talk about before? Like, what did you talk about before you got married? Did you talk about having multiple kids? Because that's important context, I feel like. If you talked about having multiple kids and now you're backing out, but you're not backing out. That's the thing. You're not backing out. You're just saying not right now. She's got to be cool with that, I think. Maybe she's like, oh God, I got to do this now because my body and my age or whatever. Maybe she's feeling more of the rush. Let's see what the top comment here says. It says, what would happen if you had another boy? Would you just keep trying for that girl? NTA. God, I don't even think I've seen the comment blow up like this. I did not think this type of story was so common. I've tried to say this. She is confident our second baby would be a girl. My boss has 6 kids. Only one of them is a girl. The last 3 have all been attempts to get the second girl. Whoa. You got to keep them away from each other. That's a lot of babies. Not the a-hole. She's not handling parenting well with one. Having a girl will not change that. She has expectations of ideal child behavior, which no kid rises to. You'd be stuck with 2 confused children and an even more frustrated wife, regardless of gender. You have every right to stop at 1, even if you originally planned for more, and with this fact pattern, you should. Yikes. And then Op replied, they said, right, this is what I've tried to tell her. A girl won't come out of the womb in a spotless white pinafore and fold her hands in her lap before asking for a cup of tea. Never heard the word pinafore before. Okay, it's kind of what I pictured. Cute little outfit. What the hell is this? Look at that doll. Holy shit. NTA, she's clearly not stable enough to have another baby right now. She needs to focus on the child she already has and get a therapist. And maybe even finding another job because life is really hard for teachers these days. That is true. Teaching is not an easy job. It is a very difficult job. You have to do a syllabus. You're eating your lunch in your class while you're planning, blah, blah, blah. You know, these kids and their parents and all that stuff, dude. And now you're at home comparing your son to students in your classroom and he doesn't understand. You're just like Philip. Philip also doesn't eat his broccoli during lunchtime. The kid's like, what? Who's Philip? Do you have an imaginary friend, Mom? Op replied, she really doesn't enjoy it. She says the kids are impossible. When that movie Weapons came out, so good. She said the scene at the end with the weaponized kids are just what her students are like all the time. This is where you tell her she needs therapy. Your son probably needs it too. Yep. And then we got this here. Kids are impossible. Meanwhile, I don't like being a boy mom. Let's have another kid or assume our 50-50 shot at a girl will go the way I want. All right, we're going to move on from this story. Am I the asshole for changing my underwear after a shower? My 40-year-old female partner, male 45, thinks it's wrong that I change my underwear after a shower in the morning. I get up to take my dog for a walk early in the morning and put clean underwear on, and then come home and have a shower and change my underwear. The walk is only 20 minutes, and this has now turned into an argument that I must be cheating. This morning, my underwear must have fallen from my arms as I was carrying washing to the laundry, and he messaged me saying that you left your spare underwear on the floor you take to work. Hilarious. I told him that I changed my underwear after a shower. It just doesn't feel right to put them on again. He is now saying that I must want to be fresh for work and the men there. So am I the bad guy here? What a maniac this guy is. What are you talking about? Why do I feel like he's projecting? I don't like this. We're gonna read the edits here. I don't wear underwear to bed, so I have to put underwear on to take my dog for a walk, and then I put on fresh underwear after my shower. Is there a way you could free ball? Is there a way you could put on sweats and just take your dog out and then come back? So that way you're not washing so much underwear just in general? Just so you don't have to wash double the underwear. I don't think what you're doing is wrong. Wear as much underwear as you need, but I don't know. Surprise microphone! Yeah! You thought I forgot, didn't you? Well, maybe it's because I kind of did, and then I saw it and I remembered. Aha! Update, he is adamant that no one else on the planet would put fresh underwear on after a shower if the ones they were wearing had only been worn for a short time. And people that do that only do it for one reason: to cheat. Okay, hold on. Is there a universe? Okay, forget the cheating. He's insane. Let me start there. But is there a universe where if you just put on your underwear after waking up in the morning to take your dog for a little 10-15 minute walk, you take those off, you shower, and you wear them again? Is that disgusting? I don't know. I don't know if it's disgusting. I don't think so. Would I do that? Maybe. If I just wore it for a second, put it down, showered, and then put it back on. I don't know. Depends on how sweaty those walks are. If it's a cold winter morning, there's nothing to worry about. You don't necessarily have to change. But to say that the only reason to do that is to cheat, a little crazy, my guy. You gotta keep him away. Update 2, he demanded I give him my phone to look through. How nice. What a nice... I hate it when relationships get to that point. That's the sign of a crazy relationship, to me, is when this conversation happens. It's like, okay, all right, well, you don't trust me, so. I handed it over to him and then followed him out to where he was sitting to take his phone. He said he has nothing to hide, but because I'm the one who needs to prove something, he doesn't need to let me look through his phone. He then gave me the phone back and said he would just wait until I was asleep, and he came in at 3 a.m. to take it. He's projecting. Something's up. Nah, something's up with this dude. Also, on another note, I do 99% of the washing, and water and washing loads are not an issue in regards to that aspect. I did mention in a comment somewhere that going commando for the dog walk would be a whole other issue in regards to him viewing that as easy access, but I appreciate each and every comment. I have laughed and cried in equal measure. He would see you walking around commando as easy access. Does he think you're cheating on these walks? Is that what he thinks? Let me say this. Whatever it is that he is thinking is bullshit, stupid, and wrong. This guy. NTA, but reading your comment about how he's messaged other women on Snapchat before. What? The buffoonery that exists in this gentleman. The sheer daffodilianism that this delicate flower is emitting needs to be studied by Bill Nye the Science Guy so he can go on Netflix and tell the world that this guy is a fucking idiot. Why haven't you dumped him? He's clearly not doing anything meaningful. Okay, let me go down here. The problem here is not the underwear. You do understand that, right? And the reply is this. The fact that he even has an opinion on this is really weird to me and quite honestly disturbing. The fact that he is projecting cheating onto you over changing your underwear after a walk is very, very telling. You are not the issue here. And yes, I change my underwear after a shower, even if I've only worn the others for an hour. It feels dirty putting dirty underwear on after a shower. Sometimes at home, especially in the summer, I'll change underwear midday for no reason because it just feels nice and fresh. Yeah, totally. I get it. I understand. This comment here just says he's cheating on you. The fact that he's demanding going through your phone and he doesn't want the same back is just so... Is it that he wants to catch you cheating? He's trying to find a reason to look through your phone to catch you cheating so that way he can leave you for the other woman that he's talking to? Maybe. What a turd, man. This is some serious red flag territory. As an autonomous adult woman, you are entitled to change any article of your clothing at any time for any reason, and it's no one's business. So no, NTA, but your partner is controlling, and his suspicions are probably just telling on himself. Does he have a history of cheating? The real question is, does he have a history of cheating or not changing into clean underwear regularly, so therefore he's finding it an odd activity? There is an Afrikaans saying that translates into, hey, Nkosi Sigalele Africa. Am I right? Come on, people. I hope that still means something. I hope I didn't butcher that. That translates into, if you are standing behind the door, don't look for me there. Meaning, if you are guilty, don't try and put it on me. My money is on him having a guilty conscience. NTA, I suspect some projection at play. Standard Darvo behavior is to accuse you of what they are doing and then play the victim. At a minimum, that is some serious trust issues and insecurity on display. This guy sucks. What a turd sandwich of a human being. Keep him away! Just because of how absolutely gross that was, we're gonna look at this cat. My cat being dumb. Little Oreo fella, little foot up, just looking a little spry. Let's see what the next one is. Yep. This is good. This is good. Little toe beans. Ooh, look at those eyes. Look at the freaking eyes on this thing, dude. Wow. Is it called heterochromia? Is that right? Gorgeous. Wow. Anyway, ARTAH for refusing to allow my friend's 6-year-old stepkid in my apartment and ending the friendship over it. I, 29-year-old male, had a friend Y. We were friends for over 10 years. He's been dating M for about a year, and she has a 6-year-old daughter. Y decided to take her as his stepdaughter. My girlfriend, 27-year-old female, and I have been together for about 6-ish years, living together for 2, and we don't enjoy being around kids that much, and Y knows this. The issue started when Y and M began bringing her daughter to every group plan, movies, restaurants, hangouts, without asking if others were okay with it. None of my friends have kids besides them. On top of that, they don't control her behavior. Yikes! She grabs our phone and stuff without permission. She tries to grab and chase our pets in our apartment and invades personal space while they do nothing. Even before the main conflict, they would often ask everyone to adapt our plans so their daughter could be included. For example, suggesting we watch kids' movies, go to places without alcohol, or generally shift plans to be more child-friendly, even when we wanted to do other stuff. No, thank you. Get a sitter. Hang out with your friends by getting a gosh darn sitter. Okay, friendo? Keep them away. Keep that little child away. Because of all of this, my girlfriend and I I stopped wanting to include them in our plans at our apartment. I told Y clearly that we don't want kids in our home. He kept arguing and trying to convince me that I was wrong for not liking his stepdaughter instead of respecting our decision. Things escalated when my girlfriend organized her birthday party at our apartment and wrote in the invitation that she wanted no kids at her party. Y messaged me saying that was rude and that a sane person wouldn't write that. Now there's gonna be alcohol maybe and adult activities and whatever, dude. You know, you could be watching freaking Game of Thrones, the incest scene or whatever, on the TV, just on loop for some reason, because you guys are freaks. I defended my girlfriend, telling Y it's her party, our home, and we can set whatever rules we want. He also criticized my girl personally, saying that she's hostile and make things uncomfortable for everyone. Cool friend you have there. Very nice. At that point, I snapped. I felt he disrespected my girlfriend hugely. I also felt pressured and tired of the constant arguments and lack of boundaries. I told him I didn't want to continue the friendship. In the end, our mutual friends sided with me and also decided to distance themselves from Y and M, so he pretty much lost all of his friends for this. AITAH. No, he was weaponizing his kid and like shoehorning her into situations that didn't necessarily need to be involved. He's bringing a 6-year-old daughter to adult things all the time. That's just weird. It's not wrong. I mean, objectively, like a few things like, you know, maybe a Friendsgiving, you can bring the kid or whatever, you know, just like particular events. Sure, bring the kid, but not every single time. It can't be every time. NTA, Y and M just want to not be inconvenienced. They want to bring the kid everywhere and let her be everyone else's problem instead of actually being parents. Yeah, it's very much like a tribe raising the child together. I think that's kind of like a tribal thinking of just like, you know, everybody, it takes a village is what I'm thinking here, is what they think. And you know what? Kid doesn't need to be the burden to everybody. Don't need to be the burden to everybody, you know? The irony of your friend thinking it's rude that your girlfriend organized a no kids party when they've been imposing the child on everyone, causing discomfort and stress on top of all of that. He is going to regret losing his friends if he and his girlfriend break up. NTA. When they break up is that comment right there. If nobody wants to hang out with you, you're the common denominator. NTA. While a child changes your life, they do not become a universal remote to change everyone else's. Whoa. Not everyone wants to revolve their life around someone else's kid, and they don't have to. Y and M need to accept that other people's lives still go on, and the child does not have to be accommodated every single time. Yeah, dude, it's not like, hey man, you guys want to do a bachelor party? It's going to be at a Chuck E. Cheese. They are too cheap to get a sitter and are making it everyone else's problem. NTA. Yeah. NTA, he needs friends with kids and a reality check. It sounds like he's expecting everyone to cater to him and his daughter without even asking. You even communicated wonderfully with him. He can find friends to watch kids' movies with by looking for parents. It's a whole different lifestyle and that's okay, but it's not yours. Dude, you know what I will say? I am excited to be a dad because when that happens, I saw Hoppers. We already talked about this, but I saw Hoppers. It was great. I'm like, dude, I want to take my kid to see all kinds of kids movies. You know what I'm saying? Like just putting on Pixar, putting on Disney shows, putting on these kind of lower level thinking things that just be like, you know, watching Blue's Clues, and I'm like, you idiot, the salt and pepper shaker's over there, it's behind the countertop. Huh, sick, right, son? Like, I know you're 3. You know, you're not on my level yet. You'll get there. I'm a parent. You are not the asshole. If they want to let this brat run wild, I guarantee you will not be the only people to ban this kid. Yeah, this is going to be the big deal. Finally, we have this story here. Am I the a-hole? My girlfriend is angry that I call my friend by his real name. Everyone who knows my ex-boyfriend, 33-year-old male, calls him either JT or by his last name. I, 29-year-old male, okay, so you date fellas and women, okay. I, 29-year-old male, was never among those people. He introduced himself to me by his first name, Jude, so that's what I've always called him. 2 years ago, he and I broke up due to him getting a promotion that included a ton of traveling. I love him, and I definitely didn't want him turning down an opportunity like that for me. We tried long distance and it just wasn't sustainable for us. I'm a homebody through and through, and I like having my person home with me too. I have been dating my current girlfriend, 29-year-old female, for about 8 months now. Jude has recently transferred positions within his company again and is back in our city for the majority of the time. This is great! This is great news! I'm sure this is fine. Okay, I'm leaning down here. Read the rest of the story from down here. We didn't end on bad terms at all, so we're still friends. Really? What's going on with you, baby? We're still friends. My girlfriend always said she was fine with that. After a group outing with him, my girlfriend and some other friends, she asked why I call him something different than everyone else. This has since turned into a multi-day argument where she claims that calling him by his first name when no one else does is too
intimate. She said it's a relationship thing and that I need to start treating him like a friend. I said she's being ridiculous and unbelievably insecure. It's his name, not a term of endearment. Am I the a-hole? My friend, I think you got something else cooking up. I think something else is being cooked up right now. That's what I think. It's just... blur those feet.
It's too much is happening. Here's what's gonna happen. You're not gonna go the distance with your girlfriend. You are gonna end up back with this guy, and you're either gonna get married or you're gonna get disappointed. Don't beat around the bush. Let's read these comments though. I might be off. Maybe I'm wrong. Jude has recently transferred positions with his company again, is back in our city for the majority of the time, and then here this comment with 14,000 upvotes says, you broke up with him because he has had to travel a bunch, no other reason, and now he doesn't have to travel like that anymore. I doubt she's upset about the name. She's probably just feeling insecure in considering the situation. I can understand why she would feel that way. Yeah, I could see this being the case as well. NTA about the name thing, but I suspect it's about more than the name. I mean, look, if you call somebody something by their name because they introduce their name, that doesn't make you a jerk necessarily. Does it feel intimate? Yeah. Why? Maybe you guys are looking at each other and talking to each other in kind of an intimate way. Maybe a little bit. Maybe there's a little subtext there. I love him. Present tense. I can see why your girlfriend is worried. This isn't about what you call him. The term current girlfriend doesn't imply permanence either. Is that true? I've been dating my current girlfriend, 29-year-old female, for about 8 months now. I feel like you've buried the lead. I love him. If that's not a typo, this is the problem. Right? I clocked that immediately, assuming there are still romantic feelings there and the barrier that ended their relationship is gone. It's not unreasonable for the brand spanking new partner to assume you may be getting with the old one very soon. Like a shark murking up them. Why? Keep them away! Keep them away, baby, yeah. On the surface, NTA for calling him what you call him. I've had special nicknames for friends, including exes, that no one calls them, and that's what they are to me. You don't just change someone's name in your head, and whatever. But this isn't about the name. She says she's okay with you being friends with your ex, but her behavior says she isn't. If she's truly okay with it and trusted you 100%, just friends and wouldn't cheat, etc., then she wouldn't make a big deal out of it. You say in your post, I love him. Now, I get loving people platonically. I love my friends too, but something here tells me that you mean it as more than that, right? You still love him? Your girlfriend isn't wrong about that gut feeling in that case. You have to be honest with yourself and her. Yeah, messy potatoes. Messy. People are really dunking on this guy and thinking, we think you're doing a little something extra, okay? Something's up. Something is afoot, and you're just a heel. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Did you guys like that? I don't know. I don't even know who I am anymore. Outro.